Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Kunti Kurung. Today, I'm going to present the process map of EcoCotton Flo. EcoCotton Flo is the brand name of reusable sanitary pads produced from organic cotton. For the production of organic cotton, first of all, we need to identify the statement of needs. Statement of needs helps to identify the problem existing in certain products in the market. So I also identified the problems of problems of disposable sanitary pads existing in the markets. So I decided to make reusable sanitary pads instead of disposable sanitary pads. And the problem of sanitary pads existing in the markets are sanitary pads in the market contain plasticizer, organic material components, and synthetic fiber, all of which have a variety of health effects, such as effects in kidney, liver, reproduction, digestion, and neurological system. As well as approximately 12,000 single-use goods are used during a person's reproductive year. So each product can take up to 800 years to properly degrade in the landfill, because those sanitary pads existing in the market contains more than 90% non-biodegradable components. So to counter the lack of those problems, we are going to launch a new eco-friendly product under the brand name of EcoCotton Flo. And EcoCotton Flo is only the sustainable and healthier alternatives of sanitary pads that improve rural access, reduce pollution, and enhance better menstrual hygiene by utilizing locally and naturally available materials. And after identifying those statement of problem, we are moving into the planning stage. The first stage of planning steps involves development of sustainable project plan. In sustainable project plan development, we employed principle and methodologies of life cycle assessment and cradle to cradle design. And we also incorporated the triple bottom line approach, which covered social, environmental, and technological aspect. And we have also implemented environmental standards like ISO 14001 and PMI sustainability competence framework. After sustainable project plan development, we are moving into the stakeholders identification. Stakeholders identification is one of the major tasks, because it helps to determine who the players and how it collaborate to ensure the production of EcoCotton Flo successfully. And we identified stakeholders uh, identified stakeholders, and our narrow stakeholders are supply chain partners, local authorities where the production are local authorities local communities where production facilities are located, and employees. And we collaborate with consumer supply chain partners, local communities, and employer for the success of EcoCotton Flo in social, environmental, and government aspects and in government aspects. And our wider stakeholders are government regulatory bodies, NGOs, INGOs, and NGOs, and different academic institution, which helps to maintain uh, adherence to environment regulation, to seek certification for sustainability practice, and to ensure ethical labor standards. And next step is government's framework established. In this stage, we involve establishing the sustainability committee, task identification, risk measure, and KPIs. And after establishing sustainability committee, task identification, risk measure, and KPI establishing, uh, we uh, we need to select the raw materials. And then our raw material is organic cotton, and then we are going to select organic cotton only certified by GOTS. After selecting raw materials, we move to supplier selection steps. we selected the suppliers who can implement green production process, ethical labor practices. Uh, we can manage energy usage. We can manage energy usage. We can minimize energy usage, promote recycling of waste materials, and then we move to the decision stage. After after careful selection of raw materials and supplier, we move to decision steps. In these steps we need to decide whether our selected raw materials and selected suppliers are correct or not. If the selected raw materials and suppliers are not correct, then we again need to move backward. But if we select raw material and suppliers properly, then we can move forward, which is the forward stage is risk identification. With forward stage is circular economy principle. In this stage, redesigning of EcoCotton Flo for the durability of each of the material circulation, promoting reuse and recycling. And then we need to move to risk identification and the risk mitigation stage. Uh, uh, we identified different types of risk, that are supplier risk, environmental risk, operational risk, and financial risk. And to mitigate those risks, we have also utilized different strategies. To mitigate supplier risk, we have developed connection between two suppliers, and we stay informed and compliant with regulation to mitigate the operational risk. And to mitigate environmental risk, we adopted sustainability practices and and to mitigate social risk, we implement fair labor practices and investing in technology. And then we move into life cycle assessment steps. Life cycle assessment step has played a crucial role in the development of EcoCotton Flo, enhances the environmental awareness program and sustainable corporate goal. It has enabled us to estimate the product's development load from raw material extraction to disposal, and in setup products. And then and after this, we need after life cycle assessment, we move into the execution stage. The first steps of execution steps is setup production. We did set up for production facilities and process adhering to sustainable practices, and we also installed energy and water efficient machinery for the production of EcoCotton Flo. And then our next step is quality control. We ensure product has met health and safety standard by regularly assessing the quality and sustainability and sustainability and sustainability of material used. And then next step is quality control. Next step is decision steps. In these steps, we decide whether the EcoCotton Flo has made quality or not. If EcoCotton Flo has not made quality, then we need to move backward. But if quality control has made, then we need to go to monitoring stage. In monitoring stage, the first step is transportation evaluation. We evaluate transportation, which can minimize carbon emission, optimize logistics to ensure efficient delivery to consumer. And after transportation evaluation, we move to KPIs monitoring. Our main key performance indicators are to reduce carbon emission 20% within one fiscal year across all supply chain stages, and to achieve 15% reduction in water usage through efficient technology, and recycle 90% of production waste, and 0 case of workplace accident, conducting community engagement, reduction of cost by 10%, and reducing transportation carbon footprint too. And then And then after KPIs monitor, we are moving to the closing stage. The first steps of closing is sustainability report production. Yeah, sustainability report production. And the report progress to stakeholders. In this stage, report progress to stakeholders and made necessary adjustment to improve the sustainability performance. And then we move into the decision stage where our EcoCotton Flo has made all of the KPI indicator and or KPI indicators are not. If not, then if KPIs indicators are not made, then we need to monitor all key performance indicators again. If EcoCotton Flo made all of the key performance indicators, then we need to move forward. We need to move forward. So after meeting all of the KPIs indicator, we move to launch EcoCotton Flo in the market and looking forward to collect customer feedbacks for product performance and sustainability. And we are ready to use feedback to make iterative improvements to the products. Thank you. That's my time.